showing, a lot more effort in practice on special teams and just finishing plays. And I think that's the biggest thing for us is making sure that, we're always locked in every play, no plays off. And, it started 2 weeks ago, and I think that's where, I feel a lot of confidence in us coming into this game and, the week following because of our preparation, because of our, our work that we put in. Man, practice has been different. Guys have been more vocal, and energy's been a lot higher. I don't know. I'm really confident in these guys this week.
What do you feel like you guys have learned through adversity, through the losses, and through all the trials and tribulations on defense?
I think it exposes what we need to work on. It's a bright light on those things that are, the reason why, explosive plays are happening. So it's simple as doing our job. Our coaches say it all the time, and unless you're in that film room, you guys don't. A lot of people don't understand, but and guys just got to trust their job. I think that's the most important thing is, listen to your keys, the stuff you do in practice every week. Just do it in the game. Doesn't have to be higher than, you don't have to play to a different level. Like, do your job, stay in your gap, and I think, can make some work.
Why do you think that's not happening? Why do you think that's not happening?
I feel like guys aren't trusting themselves. In practice, like you watch a whole different group of guys, and in the game, you might see some hesitation, but I feel like it's so different. Watching certain plays and then watching other plays, guys might give a little effort or more on this one, or it might be farther in the drive. So there's a lot at stake, and guys are gonna make mistakes. The other team's gonna make plays. You watch the NFL, guys make mistakes all the time, and those are the best. So try not to be too hard on ourselves, but we got to really, I think our biggest thing was focusing on what we need to focus on. Like really keen and zoning in on that. Not just kind of, do your job. Like, what is your job? What's the next step to doing that? I think that's where we're at right now.
You mentioned explosive plays. How much, given that Washington is so good at that, how much have you guys really honed in on that?
I wouldn't say that we're too much like, Washington is going to do explosive plays. Like, we don't really prepare that way. I think we're, working with our scheme and the kind of the plays that they do and how we can, avoid them from really catching, any positive yardage. I think that as a defense, you don't want anyone to gain a yard. So that's how we're going to prepare anyways.
You've been with this defense throughout the entire, camps and, throughout the season. What are some of the changes that you've seen, from when you first got here until now?
I would just say with communication. When I first got here, guys weren't, it wasn't as loud. Maybe guys are still learning the scheme, and I feel like the communication is way crazy now. I'm hearing it from the safeties, from the D-line. I love the schools. I never heard communication from D-line, so I think everyone's bought in. That's what feels different.
Coach Finch was talking about knowing that there's a lot of pressure that he does on for the defense, but a lot of eyes, a lot of talk, noise, whatever. How have you seen him handle that, I guess, in the last few weeks?
Like a champ. I think he's the reason that we're all handling it well too. I think we're kind of jumping around him, coming around him, and he's really the leader of this. And we all stand behind him, and that's how it's going to be for the rest of the season. So, him having a positive mindset and him being able to, break down the things that we need to work on. And I've complete trust in his calls. We're always in the right position, just got to finish.